So back in 2019, my Uncle Common was killed. Lisa Hughes was in charge of solving the case to see what happened to him. Mark Hughes was supposed to be helping and solve the case as well. But I started thinking about it. Who was my Uncle Calvin close to? He was close to Dunk. They was always going out to G-Man together, right? And my Uncle Calvin, the last person I seen my uncle was Mark Hughes and Demeter Hammonds. The last person to see him alive, right? So Grace, my Uncle Calvin found out that Grace, his wife, and Mark Hughes was sleeping together and doing rituals behind his back to set him up doing root work so she can take his money. It was all because of insurance money, because my Uncle Calvin had a will and my grandma he left money to my grandma and me, but they didn't want, they didn't want that to come out because my uncle didn't leave Mark Hughes and the rest of them in the will. He left me in the will and my grandma in the will. And so Lisa was mad about that because she was always begging him for money when he was alive, and he always said that Lisa just want my money. Lisa Hughes just want my money. She just want my money. She just want my money. So he couldn't come home during the argument with him and Grace because Lisa was there making sure, because she was upstairs doing black magic, so he couldn't come home. So he was scared, so he ran to Mark Hughes. But then before the argument, he went through Grace Hughes, and he found out everybody who Grace Hughes had ties to. Not Grace Hughes, but his ex-wife, Grace. She would have been a Hughes. She was his fiance. So Grace is a CNA worker. But he went through Grace's phone and found out that she was having an affair with Mark Hughes, and she had ties to the cops as well. So then he ran to Mark Hughes' house. I guess they got in an altercation, and he confronted him when Demeter went around. So one thing led to another. I guess they got in a fight with Hold You or whatever. And they put his car down there. Mark panicked, called my Aunt Shirley. She went down there and seen Calvin Hughes' car down there and all the police. So that's how everybody knew what happened. But they just kept it a secret because it was going to be a big payout. Only person I didn't know what happened was me and my grandma. So what they did was take my grandma out because they knew that they couldn't see my grandma and let my grandma Cordelia hollering in her face because they know they killed her son, and they know my grandma wanted justice. And the whole time they wanted to put the murder, they wanted to put the blame on Grace kids. When it wasn't Grace kids, it was Mark Hughes, Lisa Hughes, Bradley, Darren Bullock,